Alright, I'm filming this one in HD so you can see just how pretty some of these are. Um, this is all just, paint on a flat base, so there we go. I've got a few different kinds in here. This one here, I've kind of painted to be like the very nice looking, entrance into a palace or some old ruined building that was very important. Other ones, like just Cobblestone here, that one I was painting to be just kind of like the random roads through the city. Ones like this grenade launcher guy here, I have him on like half cobblestone, half bricks. That one's kind of, those ones with cobblestone and the bricks in it are supposed to be like sidewalks and paths right next to the main road. So I'm going to be showing you how I painted the cobblestone on mine, and I'm going to be doing my Primaris Psyker. You still got a lot of normal painting to do on it, but I just feel like painting his base now, so I've been getting a lot of questions about how I paint them, because I'm not a really great painter, but it's pretty simple. I just sat down and accidentally kind of figured it out, so I'm going to show you guys how to do it. Okay, the first color you're going to need is Graveyard Earth, and we're just going to paint the entire base that color. Okay, there you go. You don't need to do a great job on the sides because we're going to have to touch those up in the end anyway. The next color, you're just going to lightly dry brush Dwarf Flesh over it, and then lightly dry brush Elf Flesh over it, and we'll be ready to start painting the stones on there. Okay, here's that after our dry brush. Doesn't really matter how clean of a dry brush it is because it's going to get mostly covered. Next up is Codex Gray. This is the color we're going to actually use to paint the base color of all of the stones on there. So I'm going to leave this taping while I do that. I'm just not sure what kind of stones to paint yet, but it's my leader, so it needs to be something cool. I think I want my commander to kind of be by part of the same stretch of road into like a palace or important building. So I'm going to start off with some long rectangle bricks, and you just kind of paint those on. Get a lot of paint on there because the more 3D it ends up being, the better it looks. So the thicker the paint job, the better. It also gives some texture to dry brush over. So see if I can paint this so you can actually see me painting it, but. Okay, next up is Fortress Gray. What you're going to be doing for this step, if you look on here, these sides, the top sides of all these blocks is the lightest side. This is where you decide what color is the light coming from. So, the light's going to be coming from up top and kind of to the left here. So, I'm going to be showing you what I do with that, which is actually I don't know, I think one of the more clever parts of this. Okay. So what you actually do for this to show which side the light's coming from is you are going to basically paint some V's on here. You're going to paint across the top because the light's coming from the top, and you're going to paint down the side because the light's coming from that side too. And then you just kind of rub it off, rub it down there. I don't know if you can see this too well, but I'm going to go ahead and start doing that. To the top and down the side. Give it just a minute to dry, maybe paint another one while it's drying just a tiny bit. And then just kind of rub it down with your finger over the texture paint. This will create the illusion of the sides being, the edges of the blocks kind of dipping down into the sand instead of being flat straight across all the way. After you've rubbed it down there once or twice, you put another coat on and leave it on. Alright, so I'm getting on the final coat over there. It can be sloppy because it just makes it look more organic and more natural, so you want all this to look realistic. Get your finger wet if you got a little bit too much paint on there. Okay. Okay, just keep remember to do a thin final coat that you leave on there. Basically done with the Fortress Gray now on this one. Okay. As you can see, I've added that effect of the light coming from the top there. It's not really pretty, but it'll do. Okay, for this next part, we're using Space Wolf's Gray. Space Wolf Gray is it's kind of a blue-white. And what we're going to be doing is just taking our brush and mashing it like a stiff-pointed, crappy dry brush, and it has to be stiff and just kind of mash it on there. And that's kind of going to replicate like when the blocks crack and you get that kind of chalky powder on there, and it's kind of blue tinted. So that's what we're going to be doing with the Space Wolf's Gray. That's one of the most important effects right after the Fortress Gray. So, and you want this uniformly kind of across the entire block so that the light part isn't only at the top of the Fortress Gray. You want to look at the whole thing. Okay. There you go. So we are done with that. I'm not going to bother cleaning my brush because, you know what, who cares? I'm going to go on and do the same exact thing with white, except just a slightly lighter amount, not quite as many, and do them over the same spots as the Space Wolf Gray. So I got Skull White. There we go. I'm probably covering up the shot in most of this, but I can't really see where I'm on screen, so just kind of dry brush attacking stones here. Right over the Space Wolf Gray. So wherever you got the Space Wolf Gray, do the white also. Guess we're basically done with the white now. Just did a few extra spots on here. Okay, so we're done with the white. There's our cobblestone so far. It looks pretty good. Just there's one more finishing touch to do, and it's a pretty good one. Alright, our very last effect is you can't read that, but it's Bad Ab Black, the new wash from Citadel, and it's basically the same as the black wash from before. So this one, you just take the brush, get a good amount of black ink on it, quite a lot if you can, and you just run it straight between all of the lines. And it's going to bleed over onto the bricks a little bit, and that's exactly what you want it to do. That way it will kind of give the effect of the edges not being straight flat down like an actual brick. It'll curve down into it, which is what cobblestones do, because let's face it, they're old, and the people did not have awesome equipment to cut them with. When you screw up and you paint sloppy, it makes it more effective. So, okay, there we go. Now we just gotta wait for it to dry and stuff. So it's not the best one I've done, but it's not bad. You're done with that. Just paint the sides the graveyard earth again just to touch them. Alright, and lastly, you're just going to want to clear coat it. This is what I use. It was like $2 or $3 at Walmart. It's just a spray clear coat. Because I don't have my hard coat with me from Games Workshop, so I just use the spray. And then I usually don't clear coat it till after the guy's completely painted and he's on the base. But I'm just going to clear coat it probably today before I'm done because I don't want it to get ruined. So that's what it'll look like. Just kind of put them on there facing a random direction. So, yeah, it's not bad. It's not awesome, but certainly looks better than one of these. Thanks for watching.